looking. And then what we're going to do is turn the vehicle over and we're putting the cover on the battery back. So what I'll do is I'll just turn it over now for you guys. There we go. Now you can see where the battery's going to go. And this is instruction 7 now. What we're going to do is just pop it on there like that, and that'll clip in like that. And that is all the way to instruction 7. Done. Now, just the other day, that's how it's looking like that. Now we're attached, as I say, the PS21 screws to these pieces. So what I'm going to do is just take that one out for now. So then we'll drop it out, flip it over, and 8. We're now taking these 2 pipes, and 7. What I'm going to do is push it over that pin there. Just pull that around a sec, bear with. Could use some tweezers if it's better for you guys, but as you can see, it's not too difficult to put that on. And I'm going to curve that around the top there to put in these 2 pistons like that. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're all doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Today I'm building more of the db5 from Agora models, issues 65 and 66. If you're not already subscribed, guys, remember to subscribe, like, also comment, share. Press that bell notification, you'll always be notified every time I put a video up on the channel. But without further ado, guys, let's crack on with the db5 from Agora models. Okay then, guys, so here we have the parts of issues 65 and 66. It's going to be the mine dispenser, and we've got some exhaust pipes. So we're going to crack on, get the parts out for issue 65 and see exactly what we've got. Right, how you doing anyway, guys? Hope you're doing all good. It's been a while, don't ask. Got a lot of things going on at the minute. Hopefully soon I'll be letting you know what's been going on in my life, so you've got an idea of what I've been up to. But anyway, back to this build, guys. We've got 65A, which is this piece here, and I thought that was broke then, but that's how that's meant to be. It's smoothed off, so that must be how that's meant to be. That's the chassis rear underplate. And then we've got 65B, which is that bit there, that's plastic, and that is the mine compartment cover. And then we've got 65C, which is that part there, little piece. That's the pipe dual connector, that's also plastic. And then we've got 2 pipes here, which are under 65D, and those are just pipe. That's all. I was going to say pipe 1 and 2, but they're not, they're just the pipes, guys. So I'll put them to one side. So we've got 65E and F, which is piston R and piston L, that's those 2. And then we've got this packet here, which is 65G, and there's 2 pieces in there, and that are, well, they are, should I say, are the piston rods, and there's 2 of them. And we've got a selection of screws, also these rubber pipes, which are down as 65D, and there's 2 of those. And then we've got PS02 screws, DS01, and PS21. So let's crack on, guys, and go to the first instruction. Right, so first of all, move them out of the way. I'm going to take this piece, and then it's telling us to take this piece here, and this is going to be connected just there, guys. So I'm just looking at the instructions now. Guys, when you put in this piece, these little pin things pointing up, you want to be facing like so, pointing that way on the model. And that's instruction 1, just attaching that to there. Instruction 2, we need to get some screws, which are the PS 21 screws. Those are there. So if I just get my scissors, I'll get 2 of these out. And then we will securely attach that to the piece, what we've got here. And now I've got the screws here, guys, which are very tiny. Pull those over to one side. What we're going to do now is attach that little piece to the underplate, the chassis rear underplate. So we've got to turn that over, and there you've got 2 little holes. We're going to now put these PS 21 screws in just to secure that into place. Yeah, these are very tiny, guys. Now you're screwing into plastic, so it should be easy to screw in. Just do till you feel it resisting, don't get too carried away, or else you might break the thread. Then you'll have a whole lot of problems. So yeah, just go till you feel it tighten up. So done. And that's where we are at the end of instruction 2. So what we're going to do now for instruction 3, we need to take these pistons. Now, I don't know if you can see that on camera. We've got one with R on and one with L on. So instruction 3, as I'm looking at here, guys, I will turn it around for you. You put the R, the piston marked with R on the right, and that with the L on the left. So if I just turn that round, that's how you're going to be looking at it if you're building this along with me, guys, like that. And then what we're going to do now is attach these pistons for instruction 4 to this piece here. So what we're going to do, just bring that screwdriver out of the way. I'm going to turn it back my way, guys, because it's easy for me to work on. I will show you what it's looking like when it's all attached. So I'm going to put that in there like that. That's how that's looking. Pretty cool. Very simple. And then the R piston, we're attaching that like that. And that's how that's looking. Pretty cool. Now we've got to turn it over and tighten those up with some screws, PS 21 screws. So that's how that's looking like that. Now we've got to attach, as I say, the PS 21 screws to these pieces. So what I'm going to do is just take that one out for now, so I end up dropping out, flip it over and get these screwed in. That's that one in. Yeah, and when you've done this one, you just got to do the same again with the other piston. I'm just holding that on that side with my finger just to put some pressure, and then obviously screwing that nice and tight, like so. And then we'll put that on that side and do the same again. I will double check these are nice and tight in a minute, guys, but you get the picture. Screw those in nice and tight. You're going into plastic, shouldn't have any issues. And that takes us all the way through instruction 5 and all the way to instruction 6, and that's how that's looking. Nice, brilliant. So let's carry on, move on to instruction 7. Now for instruction 7 and 8, we're now taking these 2 pipes, and for 7, what I'm going to do is push it over that pin there. I'll just pull that around a sec, bear with. Could use some tweezers here if it's better for you guys, but as you can see, it's not too difficult to put that on. And we're going to curve that around the top of there, place onto that bottom pin just there. Now, it's not saying glue or anything, so they stay secure. So all we've got to do is do as I've just done, put them over the pins, and that takes us all the way through then to instruction 9 and 10. So instruction 9, we've got to do the same again. Just push it over that pin there. To be fair, dare I say, they're not too hard to do at the minute. And that's my new puppy, Coco. I had a feeling she was going to bark any second now. And that takes us right through to the end of instruction 9. Now what we're going to do for instruction 10 is take one of these piston rods, which are down as 65G. So if I just get those open, yeah, I hope she quietens down in a minute. Usually when she goes on this little rant, she's not sure. For instruction 10 and 11, guys, we are just basically putting these two pistons like that. Push those into there, there you go. And that's how that's looking at the end of instruction 10 and 11. Now for instructions 12 and 13, you've just got to attach this piece here we've got from a previous issue. Now guys, just a word of warning, and I've done the mistake so you ain't got to. You'll know in the past issue if you're doing this build, just make sure you've got this the right way around. These are two pieces, you've got the sliding bit there and that piece underneath. Basically mine was the other way around and it would not fit to this piece in this issue. So yeah, just make sure you fit that right guys. I've just rectified that, and as you can see, you'll attach that piece there so it's on the piston, and then what you're going to do is as you pull out the dispenser, it pulls the pistons up, and that's how that's looking pretty cool. So let's crack on. Now we're moving on to instruction 14 after doing 12 and 13 by attaching that and lining it up. What we're going to do is take two PS02 screws and attach it together. Oh, I feel really rusty today guys, it's been that long since I've done a video. You know, like if you're on holiday or something and you come back and you don't know where everything is. That's how I feel today in the studio. It's been a while. I mean, obviously I had my holiday, come back, I've been doing more work on the studio, attaching the soundproofing, etc., which I'm hoping it's sounding better. But yeah, I'm getting back into it. I've got to get back into it and get these models. I've got models everywhere, guys. You wouldn't believe it. That's instruction 14 done. I'm scrolling down. Now what I've got to do for 15 and 16, you bring the model over and mess about with some wires. Now for instruction 15 and 16, we've got to take this wire here we've done in the previous issue and basically just put that under that clip there guys. So just carefully lift that up, put under there, and also with wire 13, and then you just want that hanging out like that. And then moving on to instruction 17, we now have to take the dispenser. I'm going to be attaching it to the chassis. So how do we do this then? I think it's as straightforward as placing it over like that. Just making sure all the wires are where they should be, not getting pinned underneath the dispenser. That's how it's looking guys, like that. So what you want is just make sure that wire number 13 is sticking out that bit, and this wire, this side 14, is in the little crevices, and also this piece here, I would have thought that's the right place already. So that's 17 and 18 done, and then moving on to 19, we need now DS01 screws. So if I just get these out of the pack, I really need to get me a pillbox for these to keep them safe, because I'm cutting all these, look, I don't know what packs what all over the place guys. Yeah, but that wire is right. As I'm looking at the instructions, it is saying that's where it should be. So now we're going to take 4 of these DS01 screws and get this attached to the chassis. So there's the first one, and put the second one in. Yeah, I'll get all these put in guys, and then we'll move on to the next instruction. So yeah, that's the mine dispenser now fitted. Before I have kittens, I'm going to turn it back over because I hate putting it upside down in case I damage anything. Put it just carefully on the desk. And in instruction 20, we're now going to put the cover, the compartment cover, So that just has to clip on there like that. That's where the little mines will go in there, I would have thought. And you can obviously let them go, it's going to be cool. Well, that is the end of this issue, guys. So as you know, this is a double issue. I'm going to quickly move on to the next instruction, which is instruction 66. That's how that's looking at the end of this part of the video. Okay, so here we go. We are now fitting the exhaust pipes. In this pack, we've got exhaust pipe 1, part 1 and 2, and then we've got exhaust tailpipe. There's 2 of those and some DS01 screws and PS02 screws. Yeah, so here we are, guys. We've got 66A and 66B. What I want to do is basically sandwich these together. Simple as that. That's how that's looking. Pretty cool. There's the exhausts. I'm going to place that on the desk, and we need to get PS02 screws and get these attached together. And I think I'm losing my magneticness on the screwdriver, but we'll go with it. There you go. Let's get these in nice and tight, and then we'll move on to instruction 3. And for instruction 3 and 4, we've got the little extender things for the exhaust pipes. So 3 is just about lining them up, and 4 is fitting both of them together. Now these have got a D shape on, as you can see, so they will only go in one way. And they are tough to get in, but there you go. That's one. And instruction 4 is putting this one in. How cool do these look? Simple but pretty effective. They're pretty hard to get in though, guys, so give it a good push. Be careful because it is only plastic, you don't want to snap anything. There we go. There you go. Look at that. Give them a bit of a polish. Look how that looks. And that's how they're supposed to be looking, guys. You've got to have that shape pointing upwards. Love that. So now I've got to reach over and get the model over, and then we're going to attach these exhaust pipes to the car. So bear with me 2 seconds while I just reach over. Again, I've got to tip it upside down, which I hate doing, but it's got to be done. Just be careful not to damage anything, guys, as you do that. Right, so I'm going to get out my chair, making sure you've got a good view on this video. And what we're going to do is just push those into place like that. Just double checking that's in like gear right there. And we need to get a DS01 screw and get that exhaust attached. Pretty simple but very effective, that, guys. Pretty quick. How easy that is to put together. But what you're getting out of it is brilliant. I love it. Just got to make sure that it's in line with where the screw's got to go. And that takes us all the way to instruction 6, done and dusted. And that takes us to the end of this issue, guys, and today's video. This double issue. There we have. You've got the mine dispenser and the exhaust pipes fitted. Stay tuned then, guys. I'll do a little outro for you to see where we're at. Sorry for being a bit rusty in this video, guys. You might have noticed it. I have. It's been a while, but I will get back into it. There you go. See you soon, guys. Take care. And that is it for this time, guys. Basically, in this issue, we've fitted the mine dispenser and some exhaust pipes. Do hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, remember to give us a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe for more, and you'll never miss a video when I put it up on the channel. That is it for now, guys. Join me next time for the next video coming onto the channel, which is going to be a little teaser here, Millennium Falcon. So yeah, that's coming up next, guys, after this video, so keep an eye out for that. And again, if you subscribe, bell notification, you'll always get notified every time I put something up on the channel. But for now, guys, that is it. Take care. Thanks for your support. See ya. Peace.